Good day, everyone. Today we're going to look at a past question paper of computer practice in 6. The various functions that we're going to cover for today is VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, the today or even now function, and also the if function. The question paper that we're going to use is the November 2022 past paper. Let's get into it. So question 10 of the past paper November 2022. I would want us to retrieve one of the files in your student folder. As you can see, student folder. Probably to resize this. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Okay, we can view everything. Okay, so it states here as we need to retrieve the travel folder. Then number 2 states as a header, insert the question number, computer number, and your examination number as indicated in the instructions. Change the font of the entire document to Arial PT. So we need to select the whole document and then change the font to Arial. And then the size to 10. It's still a bit too big. Insert formulas functions where letters of the alphabet appears to do the following calculations in bold and center all the answers below. Okay, let's just have a look. Just gonna put in the alphabet so that you can know where we need to fill in which question. Just make the alignment center. Okay. So in question 4a states that we need to assign a name and a name to the reference table A15 to C21. Use the reference table and appropriate function to calculate and display the name column. Okay. Okay. So let's just have a look. So from A15 to C21, right? We need to give this range a name. And where do we do that? So we can change it in the cell names to name. Then we can calculate the names that corresponds with the surnames. The function that we're going to use here is the VLOOKUP function. So because we gave the cell or the lookup value, first we need to indicate what do we want to look up. So we want to look up the surname. Where are we going to look it up? The table array, which is name, which is the whole table, semicolon. Then we need to identify which column is it in. So this is column 1, column 2, column 1, column 2, column 3. Right? Just delete that. So we press in 3, close the bracket, press enter, and then we auto fill. Question B states, assign the name gender to the reference table cell B23 to H24. Use the reference table and appropriate function to calculate the display gender column. Okay, so we need to select B23 to H24 and change the name to gender. So because this table is horizontal, we are going to use the H lookup. H lookup, and then lookup value will be the surname. As you can see, the surname is displayed in this table. Surname. Then just type gender. Your table will be here that you've renamed. And then which row is going to be displayed, first or second row? The second row. Then we just type in 2, close the bracket, and then we press enter. We need to look at C. Calculate the duration of stays in days by using the following. Using the value given in D5, display the values as numbers with no decimals. Okay. Duration of stay in days. Okay. This is going to be a normal calculation. Let's have a look. So we need to have the end date minus the start dates, which we need to use absolute cell referencing because we do not want to change absolute cell referencing. You need to press F4, close the bracket, and then press enter. Question D. Remember, there should be no decimals. Question D is calculate the duration of stays in weeks. Display the values in with one decimal. Okay. So here we need to determine the duration of weeks. As we know, 1 week is 7 days. So we just need to use an equal sign. Select E8 divided by 7. Then we press enter. As you can see, it's already displayed in one decimal. Use the appropriate function. E. Use the appropriate function to display the frequent flyer or newcomer if duration of stay in weeks is equal to or higher than 8 weeks. Display frequent flyer, otherwise display newcomer. So here we need to use the E function. So I'm just going to look to my formula functions. If, okay, so it states you need to look if f8 is greater than 8. Yeah? If true, need to be displayed frequent flyer. If false, newcomer. Newcomers. Comes. Okay. So that's the true and false. Then just press OK. Just adjust the columns to display the text. So here we're going to use, going on to calculation F, use the appropriate function to display the remarks if duration of stay in days is equal to or higher than 75 days. Display traveler if duration of stay in days is equal to or higher than 45 days. 44 days, display seldom travel, otherwise display home body. So here we need to use various if functions. Just gonna highlight that. So I'm gonna use another method to calculate this if function. So it states we need to check in days. If the days is greater or equal to 75. It needs to be displayed semicolon. Because we are using a text, we need to have the inverted commas, which we need to display traveler. Close your inverted commas, semicolon. So that's the first true answer. Now we need to insert another if function. To look at the formula, you can just have a look here at the top if it's not displayed at the bottom. If E8 is greater or equal to 44, and as you can see there, 44 days. 44. What needs to be displayed? Seldom traveler. Open inverted commas. Seldom traveler. Just checking travels. Sorry. Close inverted commas, semicolon. Okay. Two if functions. So now, if not, so now we're going to do the false of the if function. If otherwise, it is not greater or equal to 75 or greater than 44 days, then meaning it is false. Right? So we need to display home body. close inverted commas. Remember, it is a word, so we need to open and close inverted commas. Then we can close the bracket twice because we are using two if functions. And then just press enter and then auto for adjust the column words for everything to be displayed. Then remember, there's still other instructions that we need to do. Across the spreadsheet, we need to center this. Margin center, the date, insert today's date, right align. Because that needs to be right aligned. So it is right aligned. Then we need to bold all tiles in a row 6. Bold in center. All titles in a row 6. So we need to highlight this. Bold. Alignment. Center horizontally and vertically. Then we need to sort all the information alphabetically according to the surnames. So we just select all the data and then we sort it. Custom sort according to the surnames. It's column A. Sort alphabetically according to A to Z. Then just press OK. So the source is going to be on top. And I believe that is the end of this question. And that is question 10 completed. Now you need to save your document or spreadsheet. Remember, we have not entered our just want to save it. So when you print it, you are able to set your header and footer. So left, depending on what was instructed. So it states here as a header, insert question number, computer number, and your examination as indicated in the instruction. But then there's no instructions where. So then you just choose question 78, 5, 3. No. And then the quiz with the computer number, just maybe C1, C3, and then write your question number. Question number 10. Then just press OK. Press OK. There you will see it display on the top. So it's a print without row and column headings in landscape format. So this page is already in landscape. If you need to change it before you print, that's how you can do it. Thank you very much for watching. So, okay, I'm just checking if there's nothing that we've missed. Okay, and there is question 10a. Stay tuned.